Welcome back to another episode of Cashing Out. I am Wayne Hartard, one of the co-owners of Easy Sell Property Solutions. We are a family-owned and operated business. It was actually started by my cousin, godfather, and business partner, Billy Alvaro. We're located right here over in Holbrook, New York, right by MacArthur Airport. We are Long Island's #1 fast cash buyer. We have something called the Easy Way Out, which is the fastest, most easiest, most hassle-free way to sell your house in today's condition, as is. We do not care the condition. Your house could be falling apart, dilapidated, cracked foundations, no COs, mold, whatever it may be. You can be in any situation. You could be distressed. You could be in a probate, into a estate sale, whatever it may be. We're looking to purchase your property in as-is condition. We will close on your timeline. That could be in 2 weeks, folks, or that could be in 30 days. That could be in 4 months when school ends for the kids. Whatever you would like to sell, we'll purchase. Now, today, I'm actually without my partner, Billy Alvaro. Is actually away on a business trip for us. So I thought today I'd bring in some of the important people inside of our business. They actually run the sales and acquisitions department for us. I'm going to introduce them in a second, but I would like everybody out there listening in Radio Land to listen, because these folks are going to be the people that you may speak with and come to your house when you actually have a situation and you're looking to sell. Now, just before I go into that, if you're looking to reach us, you can reach us on the web. It's easysell411.com or 631-400-EASY. That's 631-400-EASY. So first I want to introduce Justin Nelson. Justin's been with us for a few years now. He's actually started from the bottom and worked his way up to a management position with us. He's actually our sales and acquisitions manager. How you doing, Justin?
Thanks for having me here. My name's Justin. Like Wayne said, I got into the company early on. Got hired about 3 years ago, started with a degree in real estate investment and a background in construction, and I'm applying that to every deal that comes across our desk.
Awesome, Justin. So people calling in, all right, if they're out there and they're saying, listen, I want to call 631-400-EASY, I have a house to sell. Run me through the process of who they're going to speak to, what kind of questions they're going to be asked, and what they should be facing.
Yeah, absolutely. So when someone calls in, or if they're thinking about selling their house, or if it's even a question, they could call in that number and they're going to get connected to a live person right away. It's either going to be myself, Dan, or our receptionist. They'll take some of the general information down, and really what we're looking to do is to have a quick conversation. Nothing too crazy. Our main goal on every single seller that we come into contact with is to make sure that we could find a win-win. So basically, and that's really what we're doing. We don't want to buy anyone's house who doesn't want to sell it, and we don't want to convince anyone to sell who hasn't been thinking about it. So people call in, and basically, we're just going to want to talk about the house. Number one, to see if it's something that we're going to be able to buy and interested in buying, which is pretty much anything. And then number two, to make sure that we're able to fulfill the seller's needs as well. So they'll call in. Hopefully they'll be getting myself or Dan right away. And it's going to be about a 10-minute conversation where we're just going to be looking at first to get information about the house. And we're also going to be looking for specific information about what are your needs and your ideal outcome with the house. Because when you're selling with us, we give you a lot more control over what happens, the timeline, and also terms in such as selling the house with stuff in it, selling the house without having to fix it up, basically just making it as streamlined and easy as possible. And if that lines up and we're able to make it a win-win, we'll then be scheduling an appointment to come out, see the house, and get you that offer.
So, folks, just touch on a few things. It's if it's a win-win situation for you. So we don't care about the condition of the property. We do not care if he mentioned a few things, there's belongings in the house. We don't care. We'll take it as is. But I think the key part that what he said to us is there's no scare tactics here. We're not forcing you to sell your property. If it's a win-win for us, great. If it's not, you'll always hear Billy and I speaking about the fact that if we can't make a deal, then we'll part as friends. And I guarantee you we'll probably give you some directive of what you can and cannot do with your property. But we always create rapport and a relationship with people. So if it's something that we can't make a win-win for both of us, like we said, we'll part as friends. And I guarantee you one day you'll be, we'll give you some advice, or you'll be coming back to us at one point when you are ready to sell. Now, the next thing I want to bring up to you is after Justin's team actually goes through and they actually ask you some information and they feel it may be a win-win and we want to come out and check out your property, the next person that you're going to be dealing with is Al Mandarino. Now, Al has an extensive background in real estate and mortgages. He's actually our outside account executive who actually manages all the outside sales reps. I'm going to introduce him, obviously, right now, and he's going to go into a little bit of background of what he's got. He's going to be the person that's actually folks going to be coming to your property. You're going to be meeting him. He's going to actually inspect the property. He's going to go through everything he does there. So, Al, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me today.
Wonderful.
Like Wayne said, I have a pretty extensive background in the real estate industry. I've been in it for about 30 years now.
Got some technical difficulties over
I
there?
don't have
You
any
losing your
sound.
headset?
I don't have any sound.
No sound? I can hear you. You sound good, though. You look handsome, too.
Thanks. So I have about 30 years in the industry of real estate. Started in the mortgage industry, wound up starting my own mortgage company, was involved in title companies, building. So I have quite a background. I came on the team about 2.5 years ago, which, by the way, the owner, Billy Alvaro, I've known for just about those 30 years. Him and I kind of came up in the industry together. We reunited about 2.5 years ago when he took me on to become his outside acquisition manager. So basically what I do is when Justin's team schedules an appointment for me to go look at the property, I will I'll meet the seller and discuss with them a number of things. First of all, what I do from the onset is to let them know that there's no pressure here. My job at that point in time is to meet them, find out their situation, take a look at the property, and make them an offer. Now, sometimes those offers that I make work for them, sometimes they don't. At any point, I'll let them know that if they're not satisfied or they feel that that number doesn't work for them when we're giving an offer, then we just walk away friends, shake the hand, and I can give them some other alternatives. But at no point in time is there any pressure or a high selling tactic to try and get them to, try and convince them to sell us the property. And one of the things that I do give them, which is very important, is a credibility packet on the company. Tells them all about us, the owner, how we came up, the comparisons between us and some of the other cash buyers. As Wayne mentioned, we are the largest cash buying company on Long Island. And it's important that the sellers or prospective sellers see what our credentials are. So in addition to the credibility packet, I'll show them a bank statement with our actual proof of funds.
Yeah, that's key.
Basically, yeah, because a lot of times people that are getting into real estate as far as investors, they go to a weekend course, they come out Monday morning, and now they think they're a real estate investor. And one of the biggest problems that I see being out on the street is that these other companies, these competitors of ours, are underfunded. And they may be working one project to another, and it winds up tripping up the deal because they're not ready to fund the deal and close it on the seller's timeline. So a seller might say, hey, listen, I need to close in 2 or 3 weeks. We have the capacity to do that versus some other cash buyers that may not because they're underfunded. So I'll definitely show the sellers a bank statement that will show how much money we actually have in the bank. We call that a proof of funds. So it kind of gives them the comfort level that at least they know that if we do come to an agreement, we're going to be able to fund the project.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
folks, that's very, very key. That credibility package is very important. There are no other investors out there that are actually doing that. What Al's bringing to the house, and when you sit with him, is actually it's a real bank statement. It's actually showing the funds of what Billy and I have in a bank account. This is no joke. This is legitimate. This is a real bank account. This is within 30 days. This is to prove to you that we have the funds. And we've talked many times on this show about how we allocate these funds. Once we go into contract and Al actually gets we get a contract signed, that money is taken out of our operating account and put into a separate account allocated for your property. That's the way we operate. Most of these guys out there are not doing that. They do not have a proof of funds. And what Al is saying is very, very true. They're basically going out there and they're trying to get a property under contract. And you know what they do? They wind up calling us to try to wholesale the property over to us because they do not have the funds to close. It's a big thing in this business, and I get it. A lot of people listen to the infomercials at night, and I'm not against them, but there are new investors out there. We are not. We're seasoned veteran investors. We've been doing this for over 10 years. We've flipped many, many properties. We are everything we say we are, we actually do. So I want to be on stress on that.
Absolutely. And from the start, when you call in, all the way through Al, we'll be encouraging you to actually vet us the whole time and to vet anyone that you will be considering taking an offer from, because it only serves to benefit us to have you do your research and check into us, check us out. We have the credibility, we have the proof of funds, we have the testimonials, and we have the before and after pictures of the beautiful projects that we've done. And a lot of the other guys out there don't have those things. So if you are considering selling your house, we would encourage you to vet everyone that you consider working with, including us.
Yep, that's very important. Due diligence is very important. Folks, we're just about to jump on a break right now. This is Easy Sell Property Solutions. If you're looking to sell your house as is, fast cash, you can give us a call at 631-400-EASY or reach us on the web at easysell411.com. And before Sarah yells at me, make sure you get us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, EasySell411. We'll be right back.